Addiction.
He's struggling with addiction to alcohol. He's struggling with addiction to alcohol. The addiction has taken over his life. The addiction has taken over his life. They're seeking help for their addiction. They're seeking help for their addiction.
Addict.
He's a recovering addict. He's a recovering addict. The addict needs professional help. The addict needs professional help. They're supporting a friend who is an addict. They're supporting a friend who is an addict.
Addicted.
She's addicted to gambling. She's addicted to gambling. They became addicted to prescription drugs. They became addicted to prescription drugs. He's addicted to social media. He's addicted to social media.
To be addicted.
She's addicted to cocaine. She's addicted to cocaine. They're addicted to video games. They're addicted to video games. He's been addicted to heroin for years. He's been addicted to heroin for years.
Substance abuse.
The clinic treats substance abuse. The clinic treats substance abuse. They're recovering from substance abuse. They're recovering from substance abuse. The substance abuse program has helped many people. The substance abuse program has helped many people.
Drug addiction.
He's battling drug addiction. He's battling drug addiction. The drug addiction started in college. The drug addiction started in college. They're seeking treatment for drug addiction. They're seeking treatment for drug addiction.
Alcohol addiction.
She's dealing with alcohol addiction. She's dealing with alcohol addiction. The alcohol addiction has affected his health. The alcohol addiction has affected his health. They're in recovery from alcohol addiction. They're in recovery from alcohol addiction.
Alcoholism.
He's been diagnosed with alcoholism. He's been diagnosed with alcoholism. The alcoholism runs in his family. The alcoholism runs in his family. They're treating his alcoholism with therapy. They're treating his alcoholism with therapy.
Alcoholic.
He's a recovering alcoholic. He's a recovering alcoholic. The alcoholic needs to stop drinking. The alcoholic needs to stop drinking. They're supporting an alcoholic friend. They're supporting an alcoholic friend.
Drug.
The drug is highly addictive. The drug is highly addictive. They're using illegal drugs. They're using illegal drugs. The drug has serious side effects. The drug has serious side effects.
Drugs.
He's been using drugs for years. He's been using drugs for years. The drugs are destroying his life. The drugs are destroying his life. They need to stop using drugs. They need to stop using drugs.
To use drugs.
She started using drugs in high school. She started using drugs in high school. They've been using drugs for too long. They've been using drugs for too long. He needs to stop using drugs. He needs to stop using drugs.
To do drugs.
She's been doing drugs since college. She's been doing drugs since college. They did drugs at the party. They did drugs at the party. He's going to stop doing drugs. He's going to stop doing drugs.
Cocaine.
He's addicted to cocaine. He's addicted to cocaine. The cocaine is very expensive. The cocaine is very expensive. They're trying to quit cocaine. They're trying to quit cocaine.
Heroin.
She's using heroin. She's using heroin. The heroin addiction is very dangerous. The heroin addiction is very dangerous. They're in treatment for heroin addiction. They're in treatment for heroin addiction.
Marijuana.
He smokes marijuana regularly. He smokes marijuana regularly. The marijuana is legal in some states. The marijuana is legal in some states. They're using marijuana for medical purposes. They're using marijuana for medical purposes.
Cannabis.
The cannabis is used for pain relief. The cannabis is used for pain relief. They're growing cannabis legally. They're growing cannabis legally. The cannabis market is growing. The cannabis market is growing.
Methamphetamine.
He's addicted to methamphetamine. He's addicted to methamphetamine. The methamphetamine is highly addictive. The methamphetamine is highly addictive. They're seeking help for methamphetamine addiction. They're seeking help for methamphetamine addiction.
Meth.
She's using meth. She's using meth. The meth is destroying her health. The meth is destroying her health. They need to stop using meth. They need to stop using meth.
Prescription drugs.
He's abusing prescription drugs. He's abusing prescription drugs. The prescription drugs are meant for medical use. The prescription drugs are meant for medical use. They're addicted to prescription drugs. They're addicted to prescription drugs.
Painkillers.
She's addicted to painkillers. She's addicted to painkillers. The painkillers were prescribed after surgery. The painkillers were prescribed after surgery. They're trying to wean off painkillers. They're trying to wean off painkillers.
Opioids.
He's addicted to opioids. He's addicted to opioids. The opioids crisis is a serious problem. The opioids crisis is a serious problem. They're in treatment for opioids addiction. They're in treatment for opioids addiction.
Alcohol.
She drinks too much alcohol. She drinks too much alcohol. The alcohol is affecting his work. The alcohol is affecting his work. They need to stop drinking alcohol. They need to stop drinking alcohol.
To drink.
He drinks every night. He drinks every night. They drank too much at the party. They drank too much at the party. She's going to stop drinking. She's going to stop drinking.
Drinking.
His drinking has become a problem. His drinking has become a problem. The drinking is out of control. The drinking is out of control. They're trying to control their drinking. They're trying to control their drinking.
Binge drinking.
He's engaging in binge drinking. He's engaging in binge drinking. The binge drinking is dangerous. The binge drinking is dangerous. They're trying to stop binge drinking. They're trying to stop binge drinking.
Gambling addiction.
She's struggling with gambling addiction. She's struggling with gambling addiction. The gambling addiction has cost him everything. The gambling addiction has cost him everything. They're seeking help for gambling addiction. They're seeking help for gambling addiction.
Gambling.
He's addicted to gambling. He's addicted to gambling. The gambling is ruining his finances. The gambling is ruining his finances. They need to stop gambling. They need to stop gambling.
To gamble.
She gambles every weekend. She gambles every weekend. They gambled away their savings. They gambled away their savings. He's going to stop gambling. He's going to stop gambling.
Internet addiction.
He's dealing with internet addiction. He's dealing with internet addiction. The internet addiction is affecting his studies. The internet addiction is affecting his studies. They're trying to overcome internet addiction. They're trying to overcome internet addiction.
Social media addiction.
She's addicted to social media. She's addicted to social media. The social media addiction is consuming her time. The social media addiction is consuming her time. They're trying to break their social media addiction. They're trying to break their social media addiction.
Video game addiction.
He's struggling with video game addiction. He's struggling with video game addiction. The video game addiction is interfering with his life. The video game addiction is interfering with his life. They're seeking treatment for video game addiction. They're seeking treatment for video game addiction.
Nicotine.
He's addicted to nicotine. He's addicted to nicotine. The nicotine in cigarettes is highly addictive. The nicotine in cigarettes is highly addictive. They're trying to quit nicotine. They're trying to quit nicotine.
Cigarettes.
She smokes cigarettes every day. She smokes cigarettes every day. The cigarettes are expensive and harmful. The cigarettes are expensive and harmful. They need to quit cigarettes. They need to quit cigarettes.
To smoke.
He smokes a pack a day. He smokes a pack a day. They smoked for 20 years. They smoked for 20 years. She's going to stop smoking. She's going to stop smoking.
Smoking.
His smoking is affecting his health. His smoking is affecting his health. The smoking needs to stop. The smoking needs to stop. They're trying to quit smoking. They're trying to quit smoking.
Withdrawal.
He's experiencing withdrawal symptoms. He's experiencing withdrawal symptoms. The withdrawal is very difficult. The withdrawal is very difficult. They're going through withdrawal. They're going through withdrawal.
Withdrawal symptoms.
The withdrawal symptoms are severe. The withdrawal symptoms are severe. They're experiencing withdrawal symptoms. They're experiencing withdrawal symptoms. The withdrawal symptoms will pass with time. The withdrawal symptoms will pass with time.
To withdraw.
He's withdrawing from heroin. He's withdrawing from heroin. They're withdrawing from alcohol. They're withdrawing from alcohol. She's going to withdraw from the drug. She's going to withdraw from the drug.
Detox.
He's in detox. He's in detox. The detox program lasts 30 days. The detox program lasts 30 days. They're going through detox. They're going through detox.
Detoxification.
The detoxification process is difficult. The detoxification process is difficult. They're undergoing detoxification. They're undergoing detoxification. The detoxification center helps people recover. The detoxification center helps people recover.
To detox.
He needs to detox from alcohol. He needs to detox from alcohol. They're going to detox at a treatment center. They're going to detox at a treatment center. She's detoxing from drugs. She's detoxing from drugs.
Treatment.
He's in treatment for addiction. He's in treatment for addiction. The treatment is helping him recover. The treatment is helping him recover. They're seeking treatment. They're seeking treatment.
Rehabilitation.
He's in rehabilitation. He's in rehabilitation. The rehabilitation program is intensive. The rehabilitation program is intensive. They're completing rehabilitation. They're completing rehabilitation.
Rehab.
She's going to rehab. She's going to rehab. The rehab center is excellent. The rehab center is excellent. They're in rehab for 90 days. They're in rehab for 90 days.
Treatment center.
He's checking into a treatment center. He's checking into a treatment center. The treatment center specializes in addiction. The treatment center specializes in addiction. They're at a treatment center for recovery. They're at a treatment center for recovery.
Recovery.
He's in recovery. He's in recovery. The recovery process takes time. The recovery process takes time. They're working on their recovery. They're working on their recovery.
To recover.
She's trying to recover from addiction. She's trying to recover from addiction. They're recovering well. They're recovering well. He's going to recover with support. He's going to recover with support.
Recovering.
He's a recovering addict. He's a recovering addict. The recovering alcoholic attends meetings. The recovering alcoholic attends meetings. They're recovering from drug addiction. They're recovering from drug addiction.
Relapse.
He had a relapse. He had a relapse. The relapse was disappointing. The relapse was disappointing. They're trying to prevent a relapse. They're trying to prevent a relapse.
To relapse.
She relapsed after 6 months. She relapsed after 6 months. They're worried he'll relapse. They're worried he'll relapse. He's going to try not to relapse. He's going to try not to relapse.
Therapy.
He's in therapy for addiction. He's in therapy for addiction. The therapy is helping him. The therapy is helping him. They're attending therapy sessions. They're attending therapy sessions.
Counseling.
She's receiving counseling. She's receiving counseling. The counseling sessions are weekly. The counseling sessions are weekly. They're going to counseling together. They're going to counseling together.
Counselor.
The counselor is very helpful. The counselor is very helpful. They're meeting with their counselor. They're meeting with their counselor. The counselor specializes in addiction. The counselor specializes in addiction.
Therapist.
He's seeing a therapist. He's seeing a therapist. The therapist is helping him recover. The therapist is helping him recover. They're working with a therapist. They're working with a therapist.
Support group.
He attends a support group. He attends a support group. The support group meets weekly. The support group meets weekly. They're joining a support group. They're joining a support group.
12-step program.
He's in a 12-step program. He's in a 12-step program. The 12-step program has helped many people. The 12-step program has helped many people. They're following the 12-step program. They're following the 12-step program.
AA.
He goes to AA meetings. He goes to AA meetings. The AA program is very effective. The AA program is very effective. They're attending AA regularly. They're attending AA regularly.
NA.
She's a member of NA. She's a member of NA. The NA meetings are supportive. The NA meetings are supportive. They're going to NA for help. They're going to NA for help.
Meeting.
He attends meetings regularly. He attends meetings regularly. The meeting is tonight. The meeting is tonight. They're going to a meeting. They're going to a meeting.
Sponsor.
He has a sponsor in the program. He has a sponsor in the program. The sponsor helps him stay sober. The sponsor helps him stay sober. They're looking for a sponsor. They're looking for a sponsor.
Sober.
He's been sober for 1 year. He's been sober for 1 year. The sober lifestyle is better. The sober lifestyle is better. They're trying to stay sober. They're trying to stay sober.
Sobriety.
He's celebrating 1 year of sobriety. He's celebrating 1 year of sobriety. The sobriety is important to him. The sobriety is important to him. They're working on maintaining sobriety. They're working on maintaining sobriety.
To stay sober.
He's trying to stay sober. He's trying to stay sober. They've stayed sober for months. They've stayed sober for months. She's going to stay sober. She's going to stay sober.
Clean.
He's been clean for 6 months. He's been clean for 6 months. The clean lifestyle is his goal. The clean lifestyle is his goal. They're trying to stay clean. They're trying to stay clean.
To stay clean.
He's working hard to stay clean. He's working hard to stay clean. They've stayed clean for a year. They've stayed clean for a year. She's going to stay clean. She's going to stay clean.
Trigger.
Stress is a trigger for him. Stress is a trigger for him. The trigger caused a relapse. The trigger caused a relapse. They're learning to identify their triggers. They're learning to identify their triggers.
To trigger.
The stress triggered his craving. The stress triggered his craving. They're avoiding things that trigger them. They're avoiding things that trigger them. He's going to learn what triggers him. He's going to learn what triggers him.
Craving.
He's having a craving for alcohol. He's having a craving for alcohol. The craving is very strong. The craving is very strong. They're fighting the craving. They're fighting the craving.
To crave.
He craves drugs. He craves drugs. They're craving alcohol. They're craving alcohol. She's going to resist the craving. She's going to resist the craving.
Dependence.
He has a dependence on drugs. He has a dependence on drugs. The dependence is physical and psychological. The dependence is physical and psychological. They're trying to break the dependence. They're trying to break the dependence.
Dependent.
He's dependent on alcohol. He's dependent on alcohol. The dependent person needs help. The dependent person needs help. They're dependent on prescription drugs. They're dependent on prescription drugs.
Tolerance.
He's built up a tolerance to the drug. He's built up a tolerance to the drug. The tolerance means he needs more. The tolerance means he needs more. They're experiencing increased tolerance. They're experiencing increased tolerance.
Overdose.
He had an overdose. He had an overdose. The overdose was nearly fatal. The overdose was nearly fatal. They're worried about an overdose. They're worried about an overdose.
To overdose.
She overdosed on heroin. She overdosed on heroin. They're afraid he'll overdose. They're afraid he'll overdose. He's going to be careful not to overdose. He's going to be careful not to overdose.
OD.
He ODD last night. He ODD last night. They're worried he'll OD. They're worried he'll OD. The OD was serious. The OD was serious.
Intervention.
The family held an intervention. The family held an intervention. The intervention was successful. The intervention was successful. They're planning an intervention. They're planning an intervention.
To intervene.
The family decided to intervene. The family decided to intervene. They're going to intervene before it's too late. They're going to intervene before it's too late. He's glad they intervened. He's glad they intervened.
Enabler.
She's an enabler. She's an enabler. The enabler makes the problem worse. The enabler makes the problem worse. They're trying to stop being enablers. They're trying to stop being enablers.
Codependency.
She's dealing with codependency. She's dealing with codependency. The codependency is unhealthy. The codependency is unhealthy. They're in therapy for codependency. They're in therapy for codependency.
Rock bottom.
He hit rock bottom. He hit rock bottom. The rock bottom made him seek help. The rock bottom made him seek help. They're hoping he'll hit rock bottom soon. They're hoping he'll hit rock bottom soon.
To hit rock bottom.
He hit rock bottom last year. He hit rock bottom last year. They're waiting for him to hit rock bottom. They're waiting for him to hit rock bottom. She's going to hit rock bottom if she doesn't get help. She's going to hit rock bottom if she doesn't get help.
Denial.
He's in denial about his addiction. He's in denial about his addiction. The denial is preventing him from getting help. The denial is preventing him from getting help. They're trying to break through his denial. They're trying to break through his denial.
To deny.
He denies having a problem. He denies having a problem. They denied the addiction for years. They denied the addiction for years. She's going to stop denying the problem. She's going to stop denying the problem.
Addiction treatment.
He's seeking addiction treatment. He's seeking addiction treatment. The addiction treatment is comprehensive. The addiction treatment is comprehensive. They're in addiction treatment. They're in addiction treatment.
Dual diagnosis.
He has a dual diagnosis of addiction and depression. He has a dual diagnosis of addiction and depression. The dual diagnosis requires specialized treatment. The dual diagnosis requires specialized treatment. They're treating the dual diagnosis. They're treating the dual diagnosis.
Medication-assisted treatment.
He's in medication-assisted treatment. He's in medication-assisted treatment. The medication-assisted treatment helps with withdrawal. The medication-assisted treatment helps with withdrawal. They're considering medication-assisted treatment. They're considering medication-assisted treatment.
Sober living.
He's in a sober living facility. He's in a sober living facility. The sober living environment is supportive. The sober living environment is supportive. They're moving to a sober living house. They're moving to a sober living house.
Halfway house.
He's staying at a halfway house. He's staying at a halfway house. The halfway house helps with reintegration. The halfway house helps with reintegration. They're moving to a halfway house after rehab. They're moving to a halfway house after rehab.
Recovery coach.
He has a recovery coach. He has a recovery coach. The recovery coach provides support. The recovery coach provides support. They're working with a recovery coach. They're working with a recovery coach.
Sobriety date.
His sobriety date is January 1st. His sobriety date is January 1st. The sobriety date is important to him. The sobriety date is important to him. They're celebrating their sobriety date. They're celebrating their sobriety date.
Chip.
He received his 1-year chip. He received his 1-year chip. The chip represents his sobriety. The chip represents his sobriety. They're collecting chips for milestones. They're collecting chips for milestones.
Milestone.
1 year sober is a big milestone. 1 year sober is a big milestone. The milestone is worth celebrating. The milestone is worth celebrating. They're reaching important milestones. They're reaching important milestones.
Slip.
He had a slip but got back on track. He had a slip but got back on track. The slip doesn't mean failure. The slip doesn't mean failure. They're trying to prevent a slip. They're trying to prevent a slip.
To slip.
He slipped and used again. He slipped and used again. They're worried he'll slip. They're worried he'll slip. She's going to try not to slip. She's going to try not to slip.
1 day at a time.
He's taking it 1 day at a time. He's taking it 1 day at a time. The motto is 1 day at a time. The motto is 1 day at a time. They're living 1 day at a time. They're living 1 day at a time.
Serenity prayer.
They recite the serenity prayer at meetings. They recite the serenity prayer at meetings. The serenity prayer is meaningful to them. The serenity prayer is meaningful to them. He finds comfort in the serenity prayer. He finds comfort in the serenity prayer.
Higher power.
He believes in a higher power. He believes in a higher power. The higher power gives him strength. The higher power gives him strength. They're connecting with their higher power. They're connecting with their higher power.
Stigma.
There's a stigma around addiction. There's a stigma around addiction. The stigma prevents people from seeking help. The stigma prevents people from seeking help. They're fighting against the stigma. They're fighting against the stigma.
Harm reduction.
The program focuses on harm reduction. The program focuses on harm reduction. The harm reduction approach is practical. The harm reduction approach is practical. They're implementing harm reduction strategies. They're implementing harm reduction strategies.
Enabling.
She's enabling his addiction. She's enabling his addiction. The enabling behavior needs to stop. The enabling behavior needs to stop. They're trying to stop enabling. They're trying to stop enabling.
Tough love.
The family is using tough love. The family is using tough love. The tough love approach is difficult. The tough love approach is difficult. They're practicing tough love. They're practicing tough love.
Bottom.
He hasn't hit bottom yet. He hasn't hit bottom yet. The bottom is different for everyone. The bottom is different for everyone. They're waiting for him to reach his bottom. They're waiting for him to reach his bottom.
Rock bottom.
He hit rock bottom. He hit rock bottom. The rock bottom was his wake-up call. The rock bottom was his wake-up call. They're hoping he'll hit rock bottom soon. They're hoping he'll hit rock bottom soon.
Way.
There's a way out. There's a way out. The way forward is through treatment. The way forward is through treatment. They're finding their way to recovery. They're finding their way to recovery.
Chance.
He has a chance to recover. He has a chance to recover. The chance for a better life is here. The chance for a better life is here. They're giving him another chance. They're giving him another chance.
Hope.
There's hope for recovery. There's hope for recovery. The hope keeps them going. The hope keeps them going. They're holding on to hope. They're holding on to hope.
Strength.
He's finding strength in recovery. He's finding strength in recovery. The strength to quit comes from within. The strength to quit comes from within. They're building strength every day. They're building strength every day.
Courage.
It takes courage to ask for help. It takes courage to ask for help. The courage to change is admirable. The courage to change is admirable. They're showing courage in recovery. They're showing courage in recovery.
Willpower.
He's using his willpower to stay sober. He's using his willpower to stay sober. The willpower alone isn't enough. The willpower alone isn't enough. They're building willpower through practice. They're building willpower through practice.
Will.
He has the will to recover. He has the will to recover. The will to change is strong. The will to change is strong. They're finding their will to live. They're finding their will to live.
Determination.
He has determination to recover. He has determination to recover. The determination is inspiring. The determination is inspiring. They're showing determination in their recovery. They're showing determination in their recovery.
Commitment.
He made a commitment to recovery. He made a commitment to recovery. The commitment is essential. The commitment is essential. They're showing commitment to change. They're showing commitment to change.
Effort.
He's making an effort to recover. He's making an effort to recover. The effort is paying off. The effort is paying off. They're putting in the effort. They're putting in the effort.
Progress.
He's making progress. He's making progress. The progress is slow but steady. The progress is slow but steady. They're celebrating their progress. They're celebrating their progress.
Improvement.
He's showing improvement. He's showing improvement. The improvement is noticeable. The improvement is noticeable. They're seeing improvement every day. They're seeing improvement every day.
Success.
He's finding success in recovery. He's finding success in recovery. The success story is inspiring. The success story is inspiring. They're celebrating their success. They're celebrating their success.
Failure.
He's afraid of failure. He's afraid of failure. The failure to quit before doesn't mean he can't now. The failure to quit before doesn't mean he can't now. They're learning from failure. They're learning from failure.
Mistake.
He made a mistake. He made a mistake. The mistake was using again. The mistake was using again. They're learning from their mistakes. They're learning from their mistakes.
Consequence.
He's facing the consequences. He's facing the consequences. The consequences are serious. The consequences are serious. They're dealing with the consequences of their actions. They're dealing with the consequences of their actions.
Damage.
The damage is extensive. The damage is extensive. He caused damage to his relationships. He caused damage to his relationships. They're trying to repair the damage. They're trying to repair the damage.
Pain.
He's in emotional pain. He's in emotional pain. The pain of withdrawal is difficult. The pain of withdrawal is difficult. They're trying to numb the pain. They're trying to numb the pain.
Suffering.
He's suffering from addiction. He's suffering from addiction. The suffering is unnecessary. The suffering is unnecessary. They're trying to end the suffering. They're trying to end the suffering.
Difficulty.
He's having difficulty quitting. He's having difficulty quitting. The difficulty is expected. The difficulty is expected. They're overcoming difficulties. They're overcoming difficulties.
Challenge.
Recovery is a challenge. Recovery is a challenge. The challenge is worth it. The challenge is worth it. They're facing the challenge head-on. They're facing the challenge head-on.
Bonus examples.
He needs to get help for his addiction. He needs to get help for his addiction. They're getting treatment at a center. They're getting treatment at a center. She's going to get sober. She's going to get sober. He wants to quit using drugs. He wants to quit using drugs. They want to stop drinking. They want to stop drinking. She wants to recover from addiction. She wants to recover from addiction. He has a problem with drugs. He has a problem with drugs. They have an addiction to alcohol. They have an addiction to alcohol. She has been using for years. She has been using for years. He's going to attend a meeting. He's going to attend a meeting. They're going to therapy. They're going to therapy. She's going to rehab. She's going to rehab. He's trying to stay clean. He's trying to stay clean. They're working on recovery. They're working on recovery. She's been sober for 6 months. She's been sober for 6 months. He's celebrating his sobriety. He's celebrating his sobriety. They're supporting each other. They're supporting each other. She's helping him recover. She's helping him recover. He's making progress. He's making progress. They're taking it one day at a time. They're taking it one day at a time. She's avoiding triggers. She's avoiding triggers. He's learning coping skills. He's learning coping skills. They're building a support network. They're building a support network. She's working the program. She's working the program. He's following the steps. He's following the steps. They're staying connected. They're staying connected. She's being honest about her struggles. She's being honest about her struggles. He's asking for help when needed. He's asking for help when needed. They're not giving up. They're not giving up. She's committed to recovery. She's committed to recovery. He's grateful for his sobriety. He's grateful for his sobriety. They're helping others in recovery. They're helping others in recovery. She's sharing her experience. She's sharing her experience. He's giving back to the community. He's giving back to the community. They're living a better life now. They're living a better life now. She's proud of her progress. She's proud of her progress. He's inspiring others. He's inspiring others.
To need.
He needs help. He needs help. They need to stop using. They need to stop using. She's going to need support. She's going to need support.
To want.
He wants to quit. He wants to quit. They want to recover. They want to recover. She's going to want help soon. She's going to want help soon.
To help.
They're trying to help him. They're trying to help him. The program helped many people. The program helped many people. She's going to help others in recovery. She's going to help others in recovery.
To support.
The family supports him. The family supports him. They're supporting each other. They're supporting each other. He's going to support his friend. He's going to support his friend.
To stop.
He needs to stop using. He needs to stop using. They stopped drinking. They stopped drinking. She's going to stop gambling. She's going to stop gambling.
To quit.
He's trying to quit. He's trying to quit. They quit smoking. They quit smoking. She's going to quit using drugs. She's going to quit using drugs.
To start.
He started using in college. He started using in college. They're going to start treatment. They're going to start treatment. She started drinking at a young age. She started drinking at a young age.
To begin.
He's going to begin recovery. He's going to begin recovery. They began using last year. They began using last year. She's going to begin therapy. She's going to begin therapy.
To try.
He's trying to stay sober. He's trying to stay sober. They tried to quit many times. They tried to quit many times. She's going to try again. She's going to try again.
To feel.
He feels better now. He feels better now. They felt hopeless. They felt hopeless. She's going to feel proud of her progress. She's going to feel proud of her progress.
To think.
He thinks he can control it. He thinks he can control it. They thought it wasn't a problem. They thought it wasn't a problem. She's going to think about getting help. She's going to think about getting help.
To know.
He knows he has a problem. He knows he has a problem. They know it's time to get help. They know it's time to get help. She's going to know when she's ready. She's going to know when she's ready.
To understand.
He doesn't understand the consequences. He doesn't understand the consequences. They understood they needed help. They understood they needed help. She's going to understand the program. She's going to understand the program.
To talk.
He needs to talk to someone. He needs to talk to someone. They talked about their addiction. They talked about their addiction. She's going to talk to a counselor. She's going to talk to a counselor.
To speak.
He's going to speak at the meeting. He's going to speak at the meeting. They spoke honestly about their struggles. They spoke honestly about their struggles. She's going to speak up about her recovery. She's going to speak up about her recovery.
To say.
He said he would stop. He said he would stop. They said it wasn't a problem. They said it wasn't a problem. She's going to say she needs help. She's going to say she needs help.
To tell.
He told his family about the problem. He told his family about the problem. They told him to get help. They told him to get help. She's going to tell her story. She's going to tell her story.
To ask.
He's going to ask for help. He's going to ask for help. They asked about treatment options. They asked about treatment options. She's going to ask questions at the meeting. She's going to ask questions at the meeting.
To answer.
He answered honestly. He answered honestly. They answered all the questions. They answered all the questions. She's going to answer when asked. She's going to answer when asked.
To listen.
He needs to listen to advice. He needs to listen to advice. They listened to the counselor. They listened to the counselor. She's going to listen to others' stories. She's going to listen to others' stories.
To hear.
He heard about the program. He heard about the program. They heard it helps people. They heard it helps people. She's going to hear the truth. She's going to hear the truth.
To see.
He sees a therapist. He sees a therapist. They saw the damage it caused. They saw the damage it caused. She's going to see improvement. She's going to see improvement.
To look.
He's looking for help. He's looking for help. They looked at treatment options. They looked at treatment options. She's going to look for a support group. She's going to look for a support group.
To find.
He found a treatment center. He found a treatment center. They found support in the group. They found support in the group. She's going to find strength in recovery. She's going to find strength in recovery.
To get.
He needs to get help. He needs to get help. They got treatment. They got treatment. She's going to get better. She's going to get better.
To give.
He's going to give it his all. He's going to give it his all. They gave him support. They gave him support. She's going to give back to the community. She's going to give back to the community.
To take.
He needs to take responsibility. He needs to take responsibility. They took the first step. They took the first step. She's going to take it one day at a time. She's going to take it one day at a time.
To make.
He's going to make a change. He's going to make a change. They made progress. They made progress. She's going to make amends. She's going to make amends.
To do.
He needs to do something about it. He needs to do something about it. They did their best. They did their best. She's going to do the work. She's going to do the work.
To go.
He's going to go to rehab. He's going to go to rehab. They went to a meeting. They went to a meeting. She's going to go through treatment. She's going to go through treatment.
To come.
He's going to come to the meeting. He's going to come to the meeting. They came for help. They came for help. She's going to come back after relapse. She's going to come back after relapse.
To be.
He is an addict. He is an addict. They were in denial. They were in denial. She's going to be sober. She's going to be sober.
To have.
He has a problem. He has a problem. They had an intervention. They had an intervention. She's going to have support. She's going to have support.
To become.
He became addicted. He became addicted. They're going to become sober. They're going to become sober. She became a sponsor. She became a sponsor.
To change.
He needs to change his life. He needs to change his life. They changed their behavior. They changed their behavior. She's going to change for the better. She's going to change for the better.
To work.
He's working on recovery. He's working on recovery. The program worked for them. The program worked for them. She's going to work the steps. She's going to work the steps.
To live.
His learning to live sober. His learning to live sober. They lived with addiction for years. They lived with addiction for years. She's going to live a better life. She's going to live a better life.
To learn.
His learning coping skills. His learning coping skills. They learned from their mistakes. They learned from their mistakes. She's going to learn to avoid triggers. She's going to learn to avoid triggers.
To teach.
The counselor teaches coping strategies. The counselor teaches coping strategies. They taught him about recovery. They taught him about recovery. She's going to teach others. She's going to teach others.
To show.
He showed improvement. He showed improvement. They showed him support. They showed him support. She's going to show that recovery is possible. She's going to show that recovery is possible.
To meet.
He's going to meet his sponsor. He's going to meet his sponsor. They met at a support group. They met at a support group. She's going to meet with her counselor. She's going to meet with her counselor.
To attend.
He attends meetings regularly. He attends meetings regularly. They're going to attend therapy. They're going to attend therapy. She attended the program. She attended the program.
To participate.
He's going to participate in the program. He's going to participate in the program. They participated actively. They participated actively. She's going to participate in group therapy. She's going to participate in group therapy.
To share.
He's going to share his story. He's going to share his story. They shared their experiences. They shared their experiences. She shares at meetings. She shares at meetings.
To accept.
He needs to accept help. He needs to accept help. They accepted their problem. They accepted their problem. She's going to accept responsibility. She's going to accept responsibility.
To admit.
He needs to admit he has a problem. He needs to admit he has a problem. They admitted to using. They admitted to using. She's going to admit she needs help. She's going to admit she needs help.
To realize.
He realized he had a problem. He realized he had a problem. They realized it was time to get help. They realized it was time to get help. She's going to realize the consequences. She's going to realize the consequences.
To decide.
He decided to get help. He decided to get help. They're going to decide on treatment. They're going to decide on treatment. She decided to quit. She decided to quit.
To choose.
He chose to go to rehab. He chose to go to rehab. They're going to choose recovery. They're going to choose recovery. She chose to get better. She chose to get better.
To avoid.
He needs to avoid triggers. He needs to avoid triggers. They avoided old friends who use. They avoided old friends who use. She's going to avoid situations that tempt her. She's going to avoid situations that tempt her.
To resist.
He's trying to resist the craving. He's trying to resist the craving. They resisted the urge to use. They resisted the urge to use. She's going to resist temptation. She's going to resist temptation.
To fight.
He's fighting his addiction. He's fighting his addiction. They fought for their recovery. They fought for their recovery. She's going to fight the urge. She's going to fight the urge.
To struggle.
He's struggling with addiction. He's struggling with addiction. They struggled with withdrawal. They struggled with withdrawal. She's going to struggle but keep going. She's going to struggle but keep going.
To deal with.
He's dealing with his addiction. He's dealing with his addiction. They dealt with the problem. They dealt with the problem. She's going to deal with the consequences. She's going to deal with the consequences.
To cope.
He's learning to cope without drugs. His learning to cope without drugs. They coped with stress differently. They coped with stress differently. She's going to cope with triggers. She's going to cope with triggers.
To handle.
He can't handle it alone. He can't handle it alone. They handled the situation well. They handled the situation well. She's going to handle her cravings. She's going to handle her cravings.
To manage.
His learning to manage his addiction. His learning to manage his addiction. They managed to stay sober. They managed to stay sober. She's going to manage her triggers. She's going to manage her triggers.
To control.
He thought he could control it. He thought he could control it. They controlled their use for a while. They controlled their use for a while. She's going to control her impulses. She's going to control her impulses.
To lose.
He lost everything to addiction. He lost everything to addiction. They lost their job because of drinking. They lost their job because of drinking. She's going to lose more if she doesn't stop. She's going to lose more if she doesn't stop.
To win.
He's going to win this battle. He's going to win this battle. They won their fight against addiction. They won their fight against addiction. She's going to win back her life. She's going to win back her life.
To recover.
He's recovering from addiction. He's recovering from addiction. They recovered their health. They recovered their health. She's going to recover fully. She's going to recover fully.
To heal.
His healing from the damage. His healing from the damage. They healed their relationships. They healed their relationships. She's going to heal with time. She's going to heal with time.
To improve.
He's improving every day. He's improving every day. They improved their situation. They improved their situation. She's going to improve with treatment. She's going to improve with treatment.
To progress.
He's progressing well in recovery. He's progressing well in recovery. They progressed through the program. They progressed through the program. She's going to progress at her own pace. She's going to progress at her own pace.
To succeed.
He's going to succeed in recovery. He's going to succeed in recovery. They succeeded in staying sober. They succeeded in staying sober. She's going to succeed this time. She's going to succeed this time.
To fail.
He failed to quit before. He failed to quit before. They failed to recognize the problem. They failed to recognize the problem. She's not going to fail this time. She's not going to fail this time.
To hope.
He hopes to recover. He hopes to recover. They hoped he would get help. They hoped he would get help. She's going to hope for the best. She's going to hope for the best.
To believe.
He believes he can recover. He believes he can recover. They believed in him. They believed in him. She's going to believe in herself. She's going to believe in herself.
To trust.
He needs to trust the process. He needs to trust the process. They trusted the program. They trusted the program. She's going to trust her sponsor. She's going to trust her sponsor.
To care.
He doesn't care about the consequences. He doesn't care about the consequences. They care about him. They care about him. She's going to start caring about herself. She's going to start caring about herself.
To worry.
They worry about him. They worry about him. He worried about withdrawal. He worried about withdrawal. She's going to worry less with support. She's going to worry less with support.
To fear.
He fears withdrawal. He fears withdrawal. They feared he would relapse. They feared he would relapse. She's going to fear less with time. She's going to fear less with time.
To worry about.
They worry about his health. They worry about his health. He worried about the consequences. He worried about the consequences. She's going to worry about her recovery. She's going to worry about her recovery.
To care about.
He doesn't care about anything anymore. He doesn't care about anything anymore. They care about his well-being. They care about his well-being. She's going to care about her future. She's going to care about her future.
Problem.
He has a problem with drugs. He has a problem with drugs. The problem is getting worse. The problem is getting worse. They're trying to solve the problem. They're trying to solve the problem.
Help.
He needs help. He needs help. The help is available. The help is available. They're seeking help. They're seeking help.
Support.
He has support from his family. He has support from his family. The support group helps. The support group helps. They're providing support. They're providing support.
Family.
His family is worried. His family is worried. The family held an intervention. The family held an intervention. They're supporting their family member. They're supporting their family member.
Friend.
His friend is trying to help. His friend is trying to help. The friend suggested treatment. The friend suggested treatment. They're being a good friend. They're being a good friend.
Life.
His life is falling apart. His life is falling apart. The life of an addict is difficult. The life of an addict is difficult. They're rebuilding their life. They're rebuilding their life.
Health.
His health is deteriorating. His health is deteriorating. The health problems are serious. The health problems are serious. They're working on their health. They're working on their health.
Time.
It takes time to recover. It takes time to recover. The time to get help is now. The time to get help is now. They're spending time in treatment. They're spending time in treatment.
Day.
He's taking it one day at a time. He's taking it one day at a time. The day he quit was difficult. The day he quit was difficult. They're celebrating each day sober. They're celebrating each day sober.